everybody, it's Layle. So I have to apologize for my raspy, trying to be sexy smoker voice that you're hearing. I mentioned in the June video, not the June video, I mentioned in the July video that I was not feeling too well, and it's now, gosh, I think almost a week later, and I'm still not feeling well. I went to the doctor yesterday. She put me on a Z-Pack, ordered a chest x-ray. The good thing is the chest x-ray showed that everything was normal, so that's good. Unfortunately, I wanted to get this out to you guys so you weren't waiting. I know some of you have been waiting for it, so just please bear with me, and we'll get through it together. So I hope you guys enjoy putting together the July setup for your Traveler's Notebook with the Crepe Paper Sunny Days collection. For August, I'm using the Crepe Paper All Heart collection. So it is equally as fun, but totally different than the collection that we worked with for last month. So let's go ahead. I'm showing this one in the Aztec, and as I mentioned last month, that's probably my go-to or my default, just because it's super neutral on the inside. If you've got the cream dot would look really cute with that as well. The pink suede would be super cute with that. Or, let's see, where's my other one? Or that hexagon, and that hexagon has has like a copper or rose gold foil, and then that really yummy mint, and then really nice like brown leather inside, and that would go really well with the rose gold pineapple pen as well. All right, so to get us started, let's get out our trimmer. The reason why, as we're just going to cut together, so as I like to mention, all of the tools that I am using, I have put together a favorites list on my website, and I will link to that in the description of the video. We're going to start out by cutting. Before I cut this, let me just show you the difference between these two, because it's important. Even though they look kind of similar, they are very different. So this one is the one that we're cutting. We are not cutting this one. We're cutting this guy. As we're cutting, we'll just chit-chat here. The reason my doctor ordered a chest x-ray was because this is the third time I have had this in 6 months. And the first two I had kind of chalked up to, one happened right after Creativation, which was the big kind of industry trade show. And that's always kind of a crazy time. The next one happened was the very beginning of April. And I had just come off of a really long, really busy teaching. Actually, I was in the middle of a long kind of teaching thing, and that one took a long time to kind of get over, and I just figured that was kind of everything kind of winding down, and as I had left my job at Simple Stories, and everything would just kind of kind of caught up with me. So I don't know what this one is, honestly, you guys, and as I said, the good news is the chest x-ray came back perfectly normal, so that's good. I just for whatever reason, I have a penchant for these kinds of yucky chest colds. And it's one thing, right? You guys know when you get it in the summer. It is one thing in the summer, or in the winter when you get one. It's just almost like it's acceptable in the winter. But in the summertime, oh my gosh, it's so much harder, right? Anyhow, I don't want to dwell on that. So we're going to keep going. As we're starting to cut up these little bits and bubbles from the All Heart collection, isn't it fun? I just think it's a really nice kind of carefree collection. The colors in it are really fun with the black and the pink, and then I like the yellow in there because it's a totally different kind of golden yellow that just makes it really fun and different. I will tell you guys as we're continuing to work. Really quick, I'm going to grab out, actually, okay, let me move these off to the side, and now that we've cut all those little pieces up, we are going to move all those guys to the side, and then let's cut these. These two sheets, we always cut at 8.25 or 8 1/4. So let's cut those little guys like that. And it really doesn't matter if you cut from the top or the bottom on this. You could just kind of look and see what you like, you know, as kind of the pattern and what you want to go with. So I'll just make it simple, and we'll go 8.25 right there. Not think too much about that. And we'll do the same with this little guy here. So this one I'm just going to cut the little plastic stuff off first, and then we'll cut to 8.25. All right. Off to the side. What was I talking about? I have no clue now. Let's move our trimmer out of the way because that's all we're going to need from our trimmer. And I'm going to move this guy back up here. So I've got my little sample. Let's get some scissors out. Scissors, scissors, scissors. Okay. I'm just going to very quickly, some of these are little tags, so we're going to just cut some of those little guys off the end like that. Let's see. Where's my little extra bin for little extra parts to cut the little pieces off, little tags. And let's see here. Really fun. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. This morning, I received an email from Simple Stories, and I was looking at their upcoming releases, shipping in August and in September, and oh my gosh, I'm super excited, you guys. There's some really fun new collections coming out that you will see making their way into the Traveler's Notebook kits, also some of my regular scrapbook kits as well. Okay, I think on this guy, I think I'm going to use this cream dot. So let's start decorating those pockets. How's it looking there? Let me move that up a little bit more so you guys can see that, huh? All right, so we're going to start with this little hay guy. That's cute, right? Looks like a little telephone, so let's put that right up there. And then this little tag that says love you. We're going to stick that right there. And then let me turn these guys over because, this one. So this happens to be on the front with you and me, it's always been true love. But look at the back, that good times ahead. I really, really, really liked that. So we're going to use that. And we're going to cut just a little bit off. I'm going to say maybe a 1/2 inch of that off because it's going to be a little bit too long for what we want to do with it. So we're cutting that off, and that's going to go right in that little pocket there. And then turn these little guys back over again. Looking for, this guy. Not fun. That little kind of registers tag. That's going to go right there. We've talked about before in the past what you do, put the mood card in, what you do with all these little things when you're done. And there's lots of different things that you can do with them, you guys. If you're a scrapbooker, you could definitely start creating layouts with them. You've got some really great pieces to work with here. If you are not a scrapbooker, if you do memory planning, there are some great things to put in your memory planner. And then, if not, you can make greeting cards with them. So, wouldn't this be fun? Good times ahead for a greeting card, or wake me up when I'm famous. They're just kind of fun, cheeky sayings. So, in this bottom pocket, I am putting this, this piece, but I'm using the brown paper bag side of it. So, that's just going right there in that bottom pocket. All right. Now we're going to start getting our stickers out. Oh my gosh. So for the sake of time, you guys, not time, for the sake of my voice and you hearing my voice, I did not outline during the video any of these little pieces like we normally do. So you could, of course, outline those if you would like, but I'm going to skip that for now. And that just reminded me, this little piece, so this little person, this little hand holding up a peace sign, I thought was kind of fun. So we did a little bit of fussy cutting here. Grab my little fussy cut. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Are we still good? Okay, good. Oh, goodness. What have I done? All right, I just fixed that a bit. Let's see. Okay, I think we're better there. Are we good? Yep, we're good. Okay. Let's, anyhow, so I was using my little fussy cutting scissors to cut that out. I like to fussy cut. We've talked about that before. It just takes something and it makes it look completely different than what it is. So Every once in a while I use die cuts instead of stickers, depending on the collection for the Traveler's Notebook kits. In this case, we are using the stickers and the paper, but by getting out our little scissors and doing a little bit of fussy cutting, that gives us a totally different look to what we're doing here. So here we go. Just kind of doing a little fussy cutting there. And then a lot of times I'll leave that. It's a little bit easier to tuck into the pocket. So let's put that little guy right there. Okay, now I have my stickers. And just as we saw last month with Sunny Days, the stickers here, they have a little bit of kind of an iridescent look to some of them. So they're kind of really fun. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this little camera. It's such a fun camera. And it's going to go right there, just kind of over that little tag. And then let's do from here, life is good. It is, right? Even when we're sick, life is still good. Okay, now in our little baggie from last month, well, we started working on last month, you are going to have an arrow, and this is kind of a foam glitter arrow. You will either have a black one or a gold one. So you have one of the two, and you're going to take that arrow and you're going to point it right towards that little life is good. Then we are going to take this sweet little butterfly, this small butterfly. That butterfly is fun too, but it's too big. So the small butterfly is just going to go right in there. And then back to one of these little word strip stickers. We're going for the one that says real life. And we're going to do a little play on words here. It's real life here. We're missing out on the here comes the fun, but we've got real life here. And then we're going to use this little rainbow sticker. That rainbow sticker will just kind of tuck right in there. The, excuse me, BU sticker will go right up here. Actually, I'm going to peel that little guy off and move it just a tad over just a tad. Okay, there we go. That worked out okay. So BU is just going to come right here. Here's the other thing. Sometimes if your sticker's a little bit too wide for the space that you want, you can just trim part of it off. So that's what I just did there. I just trimmed part of that little BU off, and we're going to put that right there. And then this navy blue heart will go right up there. And then up here, a little bit of white space. So we're going to grab 2 stars. This black and white, there's some little flowers on there, and then this little pink up front. So we'll do black and white first, and then a little pink on there. Okay, so now let's keep going. We need this one that says with all your heart. This little guy right here. So with all your heart, it's just going to go right there. Now, if you are, this little flower sticker will go right there. If you do not want to adhere the stickers directly to your Traveler's Notebook, maybe you have a nice leather Traveler's Notebook or something like that, you could just add that up there a little bit higher on that paper. Now, with that said, if you are not adhering stickers, then you're probably not adhering any of this. But we're going to say, girl, you got this, right? Sometimes we need somebody to tell us that, girl, you got this. Like right now, I am 9 days into this stupid cold, and I need somebody to tell me, girl, you got this. So we're all going to say that collectively. Girl, you got this. Hopefully when we talk next time, this is gone. Okay, now I'm opening up... Quick sip of water there. I'm opening up my July setup, and I'm going to pull off this fun little, that little bow. So that bow that we used last month, and I'm going to put it right here on the fingers. So it's kind of like a little reminder to that life is good, or that girl, you got this, or be you, or do things with all your heart, or whatever it is. So we've just put that little reminder, not that little reminder, yeah, the little bow, the little reminder. I don't know where it ever came from, but sometimes it used to be in the past that you could tie a string around your finger to help you remember something. Isn't that funny? I'm saying I don't remember what that is, but I remember that. All right, so this is it for our pocket setup. Now, oh, it's not, I just lied. This little guy, this cute little flower, you have a little flower in that little baggie. So you want to get out just a little bit of liquid adhesive. I'm using the Nuvo. I love their adhesive. It's pretty awesome. It's clear drying. There we go, just a tad. And that's going to go right up there. Now, all these little bits and bobbles, you guys, so we've used some last month, we used some this month. That's something that you can definitely, as you're done with the setup, maybe pull them out and save them, because just like we used this guy from July for August, maybe that would be another good one to use for November. Or maybe that would be fun, that pink color to use in February to kind of jazz up your kit. All right, the next thing we're going to do is I am going to grab the extra, what did I do with that? I meant to cut this before, you guys. So this little guy, I'm going to use as a pocket stuffer. So this little guy I'm going to trim to 8 1/4. But guess what? I already had it done for my setup. So there's my 8 1/4, and it's just going to go right in there. So you can tuck anything that you want in there. And sometimes you don't even have to tuck things. This one has a little bit more decoration going on the TN itself than this one does. So I kind of really felt like it needed something right there. But maybe this one doesn't need anything because I'm using those that cute polka dot. Okay, so now let's move this little guy out of the way for a sec. And I'm going to take my TN inserts that I used for August or July. I'm going to take those off, and we will slip cover those for August. As I mentioned in the last video, I had on my to-do list, actually I still have on my to-do list, but it has now been taken down a few notches. I had on my to-do list to do my video on the different things that you can use your traveler's notebooks for. And that's still coming, you guys. It definitely was not in the cards with my voice the way that it has been. So we're going to start with this guy first. That floral is so pretty. But you always have options. So the other side of that with the nice little kind of subtle blush polka dot is also cute as well if you decided you wanted to do it that way instead. But we're going to go this way, and we slip cover like we always do. Oh, that's upside down. I mean, not that it matters, but that's upside down. So we're just going to fold that over like so. And we're using the yellow. You guys, I'm so sorry. I know that's probably the last thing that you wanted to hear is me coughing up a lung. Not really, but I'm sure that's the last thing that you wanted to hear. But I needed to get this done for you guys before I head out of town, actually. So here's a little bit what's going on in my world right now. Just as we're working, since we all have done this together in the past. Tomorrow, I've told you guys about our family quite a bit. Our youngest son, Sam, graduated from high school earlier this month, and he is going in-state to college, a school called Utah State University, but it is about 2 hours away. So tomorrow, he and I will be headed up there at 8 in the morning. Well, we'll be leaving at 6 in the morning. It starts at 8, his orientation. So I'm really excited about that. So tomorrow will be completely a write-off. And then Thursday, normally I could do the video, and I might think, oh, maybe I should wait until Thursday because my voice might be a little bit better then. However, I am headed out of town on Friday, actually for 10 days. First of all, I am going to Colorado. I'm just outlining while we're talking and working together. Headed to Colorado to a store in a little town called Windsor, and it is very close to Fort Collins, so you may be familiar with Fort Collins. Let's see how that's looking. Just make sure you guys can see what's going on there. Anyhow, Windsor, it is a really cool store called NoCo Crop Stop, and it is owned by 2 wonderful ladies. Well, actually, it's interesting. It's kind of a co-op between 3 ladies. And it is, some of you know the store, I know, because that's where I met some of you. Anyhow, it is kind of a store that's divided into 3 parts. Part of it is a scrapbook store. Part of it is a store that has layout kits, like tons and tons and tons of layout kits, like anything, any topic you could imagine. And that's owned by another lady. Then the third lady, um, she does all kinds of mixed media, so she has all kinds of mixed media supplies and things. So it's very well put together. Definitely everything coordinates. But anyhow, all right, let me stop talking about that for a second while we keep, and we're going to finish this little guy. So we have this little sticker that says, yay for today, right? Yay for today. And then we are going to take this little flower, and we're going to put that little flower kind of right there at the end of yay for today. And then we are going to find the sticker right up here at the top that says making plans. And that just goes right down there. So there is our first insert. So I'm going to put that back in here. Like so. And one thing I didn't mention, and I want to make sure I mention this just in case this is your first month with me, or your first kit with me. When I get all the pockets decorated, I generally like to just put a little dab of adhesive behind those pieces. That way, just to tack them down. That way they don't move around a lot as I'm working, throughout the month, so I don't lose my, my fun decorations. Okay, so there's the first one. My second one, you guys, I kept this guy really plain because there's so much going on this paper. Really is a really fun piece of paper, but there's so much going on it that I just decided to keep it super plain. So I'm going to show you, let's take a look at what I did, but then let's also take a look at another option that you could do. So this one, pretty basic, right? All I did was slipcover it. I didn't put any other stickers or anything on it. Now, I could go crazy if I wanted. I've got tons of stickers left over. Really great ones. If I wanted, I could put this little guy maybe right there. I could put this love you right here. And you guys, this is what I do when I am putting my samples together for the first time. That's just what I start doing. I just find things that I like and speak to me, and then I start putting them down. So that could go there if I wanted. I could really, sorry, just start playing. So that is one option. But because it is double-sided, I also have this side. Now, super plain, but what's fun is kind of you have that top up there. It's kind of like a spiral notebook, a top-loading spiral. So just to switch things up from what I did a little bit, let's do this the other way. And then you can kind of see which way that you like better. What's really nice is that all we're doing it right here is folding it. And because all we're doing is folding it, if we decide we really don't like that look, then all we do is flip it over and we go that way instead like I originally did. So as we're folding here, I'll continue my story. So I'm teaching 3 classes there. So on Friday, or excuse me, I leave on Friday. Oh, I know what I was saying. So Thursday, I didn't want to leave this until Thursday because I am not only packing for that trip, but I am also packing for a trip to an amazing lake. And if you follow me at all on social media, and I feel okay saying this, I mean, I've just told you guys that I'm going to be gone for 10 days. Someone will be at my house, so I have to say that. But yes, someone will definitely be at my house. But I will be out of town. My husband and I, we are going to a lake that is in northern Idaho. It is about 20 miles from the United States-Canadian border. The lake is called Priest Lake. And I know some of you know that because I know some of you are from Spokane because I've met you there as well. Well, I didn't meet you in Spokane. I mean, I didn't meet you at Priest Lake. I met you at 3 Craft Chicks in Spokane. Anyhow, so we are headed up there for the week of the 4th with our friends that have a house up there on the lake. So I'm definitely looking forward to a little R&R and hoping that when I come back from all of that, whatever I have here with my chest is gone by then, right? So sometimes that forced relaxation is what we need. Although I do have to tell you, I've had forced relaxation more or less for the last 9 days. And it's just, the timing is really good because I am in between design right now in terms of my Layle by Mail kits, and so I'm pretty well caught up with that, which is nice. If I wasn't, I'd be a little bit stressed, but you know what? We do what we do, right? Okay, so what would we do here? How about, that's kind of fun. We could do Good Times Ahead. We could do All We Have Is Now. We could do Obsessed. We could do Don't Compare. Lots of different options. We could do Wake Me When I'm Famous, right? Actually, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do this All We Have Is Now. But you know what? It's a little bit too wide for me. So I'm going to get my trimmer out. And you guys, this is designed on the fly. So this is, sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't, right? I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off that card. That's a little bit better. I think that's going to look a little bit better centered on that insert. So here we go. All We Have Is Now. And then to outline that. All right, so what else do we want to put on there? You know what? I like this. I like this love. I think it's really cute and fun. So let's put that love right up there. And let's do, a lot of times it's just trial and error, you guys. Trial and error to see what we like. Move things around. Let's put that there. That looks good there, I think. And then I think we need a word strip right there. So let's see what we like here. What about, I like this one. In Pursuit of Magic. I think that will look nice there. Oh, nope, I didn't use that somewhere else. Okay, In Pursuit of Magic. All right, so there we go. And if I wanted, I could keep, you know, writing things or adding things there. Maybe forever and ever and ever I want to be in pursuit of magic. So let's see, that could go right there. But just keep adding and playing and seeing what we like. I think this little thing could look cute right there, that little heart. Yeah. I think that's fun. As I'm just kind of looking at that sticker sheet to see what is left over. Maybe this little heart could go maybe right over here. Like that. Just add a little pink to it. So that's good. I think we're going to call that good. That now is going to be, this is what I just do, you guys. Usually I just keep playing, and it's hard for me to leave things alone. So I'm going to add this little guy right here, I think. And I'm going to try to pick up that little flower sticker a bit so it goes right over there, so it doesn't look like we just kind of added it there as an afterthought, even though we kind of did, right? But you know what's so fun about this? This is just play, you guys. And sometimes we get so like caught up in, oh my gosh, it has to be perfect. I think what's so nice about working with a traveler's notebook like this is that it can be whatever it wants, and it's temporary, really. This is just temporary. Maybe you love it, maybe you don't. Maybe at the end of the month, you're like, yeah, I'm ready to move on. This is good. Or it's good to move on. But it's a great little play space because it's just yours. It's your little play space, and you can do whatever you want with it, right? All right, so let's put this little guy in here, and then I will bring back the other one. So that is the one that we just kind of did on the fly. And this is the other one that, that I had done initially. Okay, my friends, I am going to cut the video short for today. Sometimes we stay in chat for a while, but I'm going to cut it short for today just so I can try to rest my voice before I'm teaching this weekend. And back to this little guy, remember, you can move this clip in again if you want, that we used last month. That can be a great page marker for you. You could bring in the little, where did it go? I don't know where it's gone. You could bring in the little teardrop clip from last month as well and add that. But feel free to bring things in that you guys have used in either last month or in prior months. Okay, friends, I'm going to sign off, and we will chat again later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.